Hello, hello. Can you hear me, folks? Sorry, just getting set up. So for those unaware, they did update the announcement today. It's going back to historic. It's been back and forth over and over, but we are playing historic for the qualifier this weekend. So they're going to do an extra bonus play-in. I'll kind of explain when I do the setup for the recording. We're going to try out this deck first and get things rolling. So give me a sec, just making sure everything's up and running. It's been a little bit since I last did live, so some of my settings are a little messed up. I'm just getting this up and we will jump into it. Chat window is all the way on the other side, and okay, so let's set this up and I will get the recording going. Welcome back, folks. MTG Joe here. The saga continues. Is it historic qualifier? Is it pioneer qualifier? Depending who you ask, what day, where Mercury is relative to Jupiter, we will find an answer. And today's latest note from the Discord is they realized there was an issue and they're reverting it back to historic. There will be a bonus best of one historic play-in, which means this upcoming weekend we are back on the historic hype train. So I want to try out some decks. I wasn't really interested in playing Pioneer, but now that Historic is here, we'll give it a go. I have not qualified, so I do need to play in at least one of the play-ins. But we're going to try out some decks today and see how they go. We're going to start off with a mono white Hate Bear deck. I kind of wanted to play around. There's a cool interaction between Containment Priest and Felia. If you have Containment Priest out, if you blink your opponent's creature, when it comes back because it wasn't cast, it gets exiled. So it's kind of repeatable ways to exile your opponent's creatures. Containment Priest is also just incidentally very good against Sorin decks. They try to cheat in Nalenda, you get them that way there. We have some elements of like the blue-white Flash deck, Aven Interrupter, Reprieve in here, Voice of Victory trying to break parity in the blue-white matchups. I want to blow up some lands with White Orchard Phantom. With Felia, you can blink it, you can blink Witch Enchanter. Clarion Conquer in the main board shuts off a lot of incidental stuff. Artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers, so trying to get them there. And then we have Skyclave for removal, Aven Interrupter, some fragments. Yes, as of like this afternoon, I can pull up the thing. Let me see if will show, but we are back on historic. So see if this shows up. So we are sorry about this error. I know it's stressed some players. We're digging into how this happened. This week's best of 3 play-in will be historic, and we're adding a makeup best of 1. We are historic gamers, so we'll kind of go from there. So we'll see how that plays out. So like I said, we're going to try this out. Some land destruction, mono white, we got Monumental Henge. Want to just see if this has any gas to it. Sideboard, we just got more removal and Path to Exile, Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate, Disruptor Flute for activated ability hate, Archon for more Storm hate. We have, along with High Noon, Stone of Erich in here, and then Clarion Conquer when it's relevant. And then Temporary Lockdown. It seems kind of odd in a deck full of creatures, but I think against like auras and stuff, you can exile their stuff, it resets it, and then you have ETB stuff, so you can just keep blinking your own lockdowns, and then keep blowing up their lands and stuff. And then some Wandering Emperor for the more controlling decks. Try that out there. You could play the One Ring, but I think the One Ring's pretty slow. It's 4 mana, it doesn't do anything that turn. Then you got to pay some mana into it. So I want to try this one out. We'll see how it goes. Also going to try just an update on Energy and Black-White Sorin, depending on how things go. But we're going to start with this one here. We're 97%, but as always with these testing streams, more than anything, just want to see if these decks are viable. It's very easy. Like, I have auras. I can default to auras. I don't necessarily want to play auras for the entire duration. I think auras is going to be kind of hated on, so it's easy to beat up auras. Calling Ritual, High Noon beats it up, Divine Purge, so I don't necessarily want to be in there. Just as a heads up, it is very, 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 very hot here today, and we're having kind of intermittent power blips, so if I disconnect, I will try to get on as quick as possible. But my house has been, my air conditioning is working overtime just to try to get it to a reasonable rate. Right, playing against Imagination. So hopefully they don't play basic lands. Play first. So no companion here. I think hand looks fine. I'm going to play this out tapped to start. Depending on what they play, I might lead off with Voice of Victory. So, mono green. Can't blow up the land just yet. But we got some really good hate pieces here. If they go into Nykthos, if they go into Kiora. But notably, this is non-basic. So I think here we're just gonna go clear. This is the destroy target non-basic land. Boo. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna draw cards this way, which I don't love. So the question is, like, do we still attack here? We're just trying to go face. I guess this kind of just pushes it towards dying. 3 damage shooting. But I think is a prowess. Until they give us bolter stuff, the Wizards deck has a hard time against Sorin and stuff. If there's potentially a ban. Trying to dodge Cavalier here. We can dodge Cavalier, we're okay, because then I can try to catch them on the Storm the Festival turn. We have dampening Sphere. What do they have? I just want to take this. I don't want them to draw cards.
Depths.
We also have the ability to play High Noon post board, which is nice. So if they just do... Alright. Clarion just kind of locks them out. So we played a little conservative. So Archon of Emeria, High Noon, Clarion... Rest in Peace is probably fine against them. I'm just going to add a bunch of stuff and then we'll take out stuff as needed. I think with Clarion, we don't also need Disruptor Flute. I could be wrong, but let's try this out and see. So I need Punch Cuts. So I actually don't think White Orchard's that good in this matchup. While you can hit Nykthos, we can attack them at different angles. The problem is, like, they have so many basics. We saw that game, it wasn't really doing much. So I can play the Disruptor Flute. Maybe just one Rest in Peace. Maybe just one Felia. One fewer Felia. Play it like that. I do like Path just as a way, like, to get rid of their bigger bodies. Let's try it like that. Opponent's probably like, how the hell am I playing against main board Clarion, whatever its name is? Alright. They're mulliganing. We got High Noon. Fragment's nice here. They just go like turn 2 elf or something. I have a choice to fragment this, but I think we just pass. So we can have the incidental splash damage. Protect here. They have Nykthos, it's kind of bad. They are on castle here. I have no clue what they're like on in terms of top end. We'll just try to race them here. A fragment here. I guess the question is, do we take one more hit? Probably. Okay, well, if that's their whole turn, we're fine with that. Oh no! Oh, that was dumb. I meant to cast the spell. That was dumb. Clicked through there too quick. Wolf Willow. Just get rid of them off a man, like a land in a way. Okay, so that's their whole turn. Fragment here. Pump them for a bunch. So this is look at the top 5 cards, reveal a historic card, put into your hand. Oh, they're just dead. That works. I guess that works too. Alrighty, on the board. Their build was kind of weird. Just how it was configured. We didn't see Nykthos at all. Wolf Willow Haven. What are folks planning on playing now that we're back to the historic? So 1-0. Yeah. I was so busy thinking ahead on extra turns. Yeah. I have 2 Rest in Peace in the sideboard. I put 1 in this matchup. It can be relevant, I just don't necessarily want to draw multiples, because Rest in Peace has diminishing returns. Alright, we'll try this. So the list is here, you can see the sideboard right here. Playing Devotion all day. Elves. I think we just try to interrupter them here. Hoping for like a 2-mana spell. Can do that the following turn. This costs 2, they'll probably try to play something bigger out. Because they don't necessarily want to attack with the War Master here, and now I can exile this. Fragment's good. So I can do this. I think we're just going to do this turn. Fragmenting likely results in them getting like a 1-drop mana accelerant. back in here. So I'm gonna hold this up because I'm gonna blow up a land on their upkeep. Guess we wait. They could go Collected Company here, but so I actually don't want to give them another land here. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, so Erich does have Graveyard Hate. It's more for the sacrifice effect that I was playing it. But yeah. So in this matchup here, probably want Path to Exiles. High Noon could be interesting. Same with Archon. Temporary Lockdown might be something we want. They do have activated abilities, so we want to hit those. Kind of anti-storm style effects. These are flying, so they have... Actually, I'll play those over the Voice of Victories just don't have text in this matchup. Similarly, like Esper Sentinel's not great. So I think we want the flyers more than anything. I guess the question is, do we want like High Noons? Like these just don't do anything. I think if we limit the amount of spells they can play per turn, it hampers what they can do as the Elf deck. Some of our tax effects aren't great. I'm gonna lead with this. Doing that because then I can path their next thing. I'll play this tapped. The all Elves plan. I think we still do Felia this turn. The company. They should do it now, which they do. Half this. Probably don't attack. But I gotta do this anyways. Maybe we do. Want to see if they I'm doing this upkeep because if they try to cast a spell, then let's have double Coco. We tried to do it there. They were gonna hit us with the double Coco anyways, so 2 Cocos in the top 9 cards. Hand's not that great. Like, their hits weren't that great. Oh, actually, that plays out pretty nice. Them just being able to pick up there was really strong. So I'm gonna exile Allosaurus first, or actually I need to do this. Just because they had the ability to pick up the elf afterwards. Actually really good for me. I guess this does work because it's, you know what, I was thinking it was like, you know how they usually don't have the claws with other than mana abilities? I thought it was like that. So they can get priority from this. Aspera. Yeah, that was probably the line last turn. It shuts him off mana for the turn. It's back. Because if I can get to next turn, then I have Aben Interrupter, and I can just start using Skyclave with Felia. Their Cocos were pretty poor in terms of like quality. Dollar incidental hate bears. Notably, they didn't fetch another land off the Path to Exile. Alright, opponent's had enough. I do wonder if we want Portable Hole. Is Portable Hole something we could blink over and over again? Which has some value. Path is better because it hits most of the big stuff, and we're naturally gonna take them off lands. Maybe off instead of Lockdown, we'll just play a Portable E-hole. It's also historic, so we can find it off our land, which is kind of cool. So we get some utility there. Axe. Nothing good in them. Where did we end up settling? 98. 2 wins, you only went up 1%. Let's hopefully face like a real deck, because right now I guess we played Mono Green Devotion. Elves isn't really a real deck. Any deck that loses to like a single sweeper. Opponent probably had their best draw of 2 Collected Companies in a row. In the top 9, turn 3, turn 4. And still lost. All right, 524. Do need one more land, but happy with the hand otherwise. Well, let's see how blue-white flash looks playing against Voice of Victory. Hoping to hit a land. Let's... I mean, I can take them off 2 lands, which seems good. Because what's their... Maybe not... Do basic check. I think it's still right to take them off the hall here. Just if the game goes long, we just have to dodge Clarion, or whatever the sweeper is. They're straight blue-white. We do this. We took a line. I didn't think blue-white control would be really relevant at this number. I think I could tempo them for the turn. That's good. It's kind of annoying missing line drops. Counter. So we 2 for 2'd them. Hopefully hit a land. We're just not getting anything. We needed to be able to stick the voice there and then have backup. Missed way too many lines there. Let's just go. They're gonna take over at that point. Disruptor Flute's good. Emperor, Clarion. There is High Noon, which is interesting. So like Skyclave is terrible. I might want Fragment still in some numbers. Probably not. Just play 1. The other alternative is High Noon, which is fine, not great. It limits them being able to like play a spell, protect it. Honestly, it's just a 5-ball, worst case. We're 2-0 so far. We just lost this one. I think we probably had, like this first game, I think we'll probably find that game if we hit a 4th land, but I thought they were on blue-white flash, which also kind of impeded how I was playing the game. I took a more aggressive line, I would say, of blowing up their land. Not gonna hit lands now. I don't understand with this game, what's happening. Lame. I think I'm just gonna do this. If they want to purge here 1 for 1, I'm probably okay with it. They draw another Kalim. It's frustrating. Just gonna do this now to try to shuffle the Kalim in their deck. You have a 3rd? Okay, so this game here, we're just getting trounced by... They had 3 Kalims in their top 12. And like with the High Noon, with the Voice of Victory, it's their only way that they can actually interact there. We can see if we can potentially race, but this is going to slow us down a bit. I have to try to find like a red source. You can do that again next turn. I mean, if we could gum them up a bit. Okay, so they only have 3 basics, or 4. They hold back here. I think we continue blowing up their lands. We try to poke 2, but not really worth it here. So we know for next one I need the Path to Exile still in. Through some damage here. Play out a copy for turn. It's a weird game, this one. So 8 should have this. This game not drawing like one of our red producing lines. Hello. Got him. They switched it again. Every time you blink, they switch. Okay, so High Noon was good there. Probably Fragments. I doubt they're playing other creatures. The alternative is I could play Rest in Peace, but maybe we do Rest in Peace because it shuts off Memory Deluge. And it makes all their Kalims bad. Maybe not though, because they're going to be bringing in some like other hate now. Take out Flutes, I think. Probably just one Felia. Just because it's legendary, I don't want to draw multiples. Containment Priest is just like a bad beater in this matchup. But the notable thing here is we can't sneak a 2-drop down, but turn 1 Esper Sentinel would be really nice. Or a Mulligan. Okay, well, looks like the game doesn't want us to play. Love that for us. So they have a spell here. They have to decide if they want to give us a card here after a mulligan, and they do. Question here is with our second. I think we got a jam here, just because next turn if we hit a land, it's really good. Perfect. No, they're just playing blue-white control. Kalim's their win condition along with like Teferi. Give me a land. Give me a land. One-for-one purge is really good value. It's super frustrating. We had a land, we hold up reprieve. We're in a good spot. Thank you. They hit another Kalim. I think I have to do this just to put out some pressure. We're too far behind at this point. They're still at 20 life. And with Kalim coming down, I need to be able to... Oh my god. How do you get 3 of them in your top 10 cards? That's 2 games in a row. As good as you're going to get. 3 removal spells and the Kalims for tempo. And now our deck just doesn't play from behind. This comes the turn after, so I can't even flash it in for Kalim. I mean, that's probably as bad as it's going to feel. But also, it was multi-5. And if they're going to have 3 Kalims, they're going to have 3. Their hand's that good. We can't beat it. We are probably not favored, but if they just go for like normal spell there, Wandering Emperor, anything like that, I think like versus that, they don't usually have like claim that consistent. I think I want more 1-drops in this deck. We're going to take a look after this, what we have. The deck's not really that great in Historic. It's just Divine Purge in your 2-drop deck. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Please play the good land. Alright, so anyways. Take the 2-for-1 here. Oh, they had it in the top 10. They're just all ramp anyways, and I didn't hit a land. There's 24 lands in this deck, and we can't hit 3rd land. We have 20 here, plus the 4 Witch Enchanters. We're likely just dead to, like, Ula or Ugin pretty soon. I could take him off another land here. But if they go the green Eldrazi that finds a land and blows up a land, that's pretty bad. Null Drifter, draw 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need to save the fragment for like a big thing. I think we take them off this, just because they can use the Mind Stone then to draw a card. I guess I could have taken them off this other Mind Stone. So they're at 6 mana, they can go Big Ugin for 7, they might discard here. They rumble. Sowing Myco Spawn is an annoying one. They opt to go Myco Spawn here. I can fragment it and blow up a land. Ooh, they're getting greedy. Nice. I would really, 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 really love to have a counter here, but I'm just kind of dead to Ugin on board. Attack first, see what they do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Blow up archway. They do have 8 mana, so if they have Big Ugin, they have Big Ugin, but we have to play as though they don't. Don't have Big Ugin, don't have Big Ugin, don't have Big Ugin, don't have Big Ugin. Spirit Dragon, I don't care about that one. Eye of the Storm is probably fine. I can try to race. They're at 6, they go up to potentially 9. Might still be bad. Probably still like game over. Stumbling like 1 turn was kind of bad there. Historic. They fixed it back to historic. Hopefully not another mana rock. Them hitting a lot of rocks. Like White Orchard's been reasonable. You're an enchantment creature, but that's not enough here. And now Ugin's gonna just run away with the game. So I lost. Because I killed this. That's frustrating. Don't think High Noon matters. Portable Hole's probably fine. Trim. Hopefully I get it. Yeah, I don't like playing Pioneer. They don't really cheat stuff in, so Containment Priest is probably pretty bad. There's Arcan, but they're not really like multi-spelling. Rest in Peace doesn't really matter. Like there's Malavent, but it's not really relevant there. High Noon doesn't really matter. Reset their tokens, but that's not really relevant. Probably just Skyclave then, it blows up mana rocks. No, they had an announcement today that it is going back to historic. There'll be an extra best of 1 qualifier. So as long as we could dodge like an Ugin, but our hand, I don't understand this deck, just what we've been hitting consistency wise. 24 lands and we've been stuck on 2 for multiple games. That's not really something we care about blowing up right now. Kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. I guess with Null Drifter, that's pretty good. But I could fragment it and fragment Null Drifter if needed. Have to use full turn here if they want to bounce. I think we continue with this. If you check on Twitter, it was from the... So they've only announced it in their official Discord right now. Probably got to blow up that blast zone. We do have to be mindful. This will bounce my board. Actually, with the... I probably should be playing Rest in Peace. Between this, Malavent Rumble, there's probably enough value there. Interesting they're choosing to do this. Reeve's pretty good. I don't understand this deck just in terms of our line drops. So I think what they're going to try to do is put something on Blast Zone potentially. If not, they're going to try with Kozilek's Command. I have access to Fragment if needed here. A second Reprieve is so good. Hit our land drop. Since we saw the Torpor Orb, then we probably... hold out on. No point doing it now. We'll go to combat here. They're going to do this again. They're going to pay the mana. Do that again. I guess the question here is because they can do Kozilek's Command here to bounce my board. So do I just let them? Or do I fragment this turn? They potentially get a land. Because none of these ETBs matter right now. I do need to fragment something here. I could fragment here. I think we necessarily want to give them a 1-drop here, but we probably just do it anyways. I guess I could fragment on their end step Field of Ruin. This is the only thing, because if they play it for 7, then they get me. So they need to make Scion tokens here. They didn't have a line drop, so it's fine. So here, because if they don't respond with it, then I get them. So they have to play it now, because if they don't, then I name the Kozilek's command. I tapped wrong. I should have left the double white up. Could have blown up 2 lands. I think we're just gonna take them off as many colored lines. We've been playing a lot against a lot of decks with basics. And most decks don't play this number of basics. I could have named Ugin's Binding, but might crack this for card draw. Might have been right then to hit Blast Zone. Give me the card draw. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. If they take the Ugin. It's an interesting one. Because we have to dodge Ugin and land. Could blow that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they might already have an Ugin the Spirit Dragon in hand. Utopia Sprawl. Oh my god. So lucky. No, they're naturally just gonna always rip it with the bounce my whole board. So annoying. Anything other than that and I'm fine. I think we still do this because Ugin Eye the Storms. But the problem is there's no way for me to deal with Emrakul now. Protection from instants. Oh no, they can fragment my own. Okay, so they don't know how that works. No. I mean, they got pretty lucky here. Like, Emrakul is literally the only thing, because we beat Ugin anyways as well. And they're just giving me an out. That Wandering Emperor. Did I put it in the deck? I did not. I mean, they can't attack now. They took an incredibly greedy line. They could have just, like, not played anything. Yeah, we're definitely playing Rest in Peace. We've seen enough to kind of get it. I have 2 flyers now. I have Reprieve. I have this to get rid of a blocker. Can have that. That doesn't do anything. Bounce it back to hand. I guess I could just fragment it because they get the creature intact, so it doesn't matter. That comes down. Myco Spawn doesn't do anything. This comes down. I blink this now. Blink this, they block, but they take 2. And they're dead! Opponents snatched victory from... or snatched a loss from the hands of victory. Okay, so Emrakul's obviously a little bit of an issue. I do think we want Rest in Peace. Probably want the Emperor. So Voice outputs some damage, which is nice. Clarion proved to be pretty strong there. Fragments, probably just a trim to 3. Mind you, I need it for the big Eldrazi. Probably Skyclave. You don't feel great about it. Just doesn't do much. Okay, we stole that one. Let's see if we could steal one more. They're not really multi-spelling. Not great, but I think it's fine. You don't have a hate piece, but I can blow up a land early, which I think has some utility. Didn't have at least a turn 2, maybe. We could fragment if they go the green enchantment on their land on turn 1. That would be like the best hit. Get rid of Torpor Orb, which is good for us. Blow that up this turn. Not the best, but... Two for one in that way, but they got 2 cards back. We have the choice here. It's probably just playing this out and playing this. We need to put pressure on them. 5. Probably just gonna blow that up next turn anyways. So 5, I don't really care. So we gotta hold that for a later turn. I think we do this and just pass the turn. Blow this up next turn. Depending what they do, I can also fragment a creature this turn. One of these. Or not. Can't blow that up. Doesn't bode well for us. I think I have to fragment here. So here, I can hold up Reprieve. Do this now. And then next turn, I can hold up Aven Interrupter, just try to tempo them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No Ugin. No Ugin. Frustrating, because they still get the cast there.
Fate flows as easily as water.
So part of the problem... Guess we play that so it gives me another body. They'll get the cast trigger, but I gotta just try to tempo them. Hopefully just try to take them off lines next turn. Take them off...
belongs to the patient.
I get to cast it for 2, which is the unfortunate thing. But then I get to put it back into their hand. Just gotta try. Just gotta try to survive. Let them decide what they want to hit. Many lands.
Fate flows as easily as water.
Really struggling now. Now they hit their land drop so they can cast it too. And my Witch Enchanter can't attack. I need Clarion Conquer to come down, but even this is a cast trigger so it interrupts it. So I need Disruptor Flute as my draw, specifically for this. All my stuff doesn't counter, so... Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, our plants hope they don't draw land. No land, 1 turn. No land, 1 turn. No land, 1 turn. Channel there, that'll allow them to have their land drops. Frustrating. Yeah, if we can't beat Eldrazi, I don't think we can play this deck. Can take a block here, but the problem is, like, guess we could try to time them out. We got Ugin's Binding here. I wanted to try the mono white one, trying to blow up lands, but like even with us blowing up lands here, we're just not able to actually do anything. And now we're just going to die to Ugin. There's just not enough clock here. because I can't kill it. Like, I can't really keep removal in this matchup. And then Ugin just goes over the top, where it kind of invalidates what I've been doing up to this point. I could try to take him off 2 lands, but it doesn't really do anything. I can't beat this card. They had quite a few basics. This deck plays like 8 or 9 basics. Alright, so all in all, we won a couple games, but just not being able to have a fast enough clock, and then if you're not playing, like, we really want to play against the Sorin deck. We never played the Sorin deck. So it ends up just being like your stuff's really weak. You can kind of tempo them, but we're trying to beat down with like pretty shitty creatures that we just didn't have the clock to actually close things out in a reasonable manner. And we weren't refilling our hand enough. So playable, but not something I would take to the thing. So good testing though. We got some feels with it. So that one probably tanked us back down. So I think what we'll do now, I do want to try an energy build before going to Sorin. This one's been doing well on Untapped. Pretty stock list. So we're going to test out for the Historic Qualifier. For those just jumping into the live stream and missed it, they put an announcement in their Discord. They're bringing it back now to Historic, which was supposed to be Pioneer, which was supposed to be Historic, which was supposed to be Pioneer, which was supposed to be Historic. They can't get their stuff together, but now it's Historic. There'll be a bonus best of 1 play-in. We tried some mono white hate bears. Didn't do well. It was okay. We went 2 and 3, but like it lacked kind of that punch. And we're hoping that punch could be coming from a Johnny. So pretty stock energy deck, full Voice of Victory for the flash matchups. Playing Stadium Headliner is another way to make tokens, kind of ping. Lots of ways to kind of gain life, some tax effects mixed in. Containment Priest for the Sorin matchup. We got flutes. We got portable holes, fragments, all mixed in, needles, whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to try this one out, see if it plays a little bit better. And naturally, now that we're not playing the deck with 4 main deck Blind Destruction, 4 main deck Containment Priest, we're going to play nothing but Sorin. So we'll see how this one goes. We're testing stuff out. Really, we're just trying to see what works, what doesn't. Like, my default's play auras, but I don't want to play auras. I feel like auras you lose to your draw too many times. But we try. How's everybody in chat doing? I'll record these, so if you have to jump in between, they'll be up on my YouTube later. Okay. Numbered Gamer. Oh, I queued up the... Okay, well, we're getting one more of this. One more of this because I forgot to switch decks. High Noon is fine. So they can... They're actually locked here from playing. But I think we just do this for the turn. Then I Felia blow up one of their lands. Sounds good. Because here, even if they have the sweeper, I get 2 draws. Not do anything, which works out pretty well for me. They have another deck with Kaleem main. How do we keep playing against the Kaleem gamers? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basic check. Yeah, this looks like... so I'm on just white hate bears. They're on blue-white tempo. I want to see how many basics they have. So they're going to high noon for me. I think in this matchup, they have Kaleem. Kaleem seemed to be a bit of a problem last time. I don't know what else they're on. Clarion Conqueror's not great. I think we just cut those. Anything like sorcery speed's not the best, I would say. We could play Arcan. Portable Hold doesn't really do much. I might play Divine Purge. Or play this to name Divine Purge. It gives me another, like, thing to play here. I think they're Flash. Or, like, they're blue-white control. Sorry, blue-white tempo. I think we're fine here. We're gonna play on their turn. So they do have a counter here is what they're giving me. So let's not make them spend their mana the way they want to. They always have this Kaleem on me. I think we just get the counter out of the way here. They have Purge, they have Purge. I don't think I care. Land to be good. Perfect. It's actually really good. We're just gonna hold off here. They're kind of inclined to play out spells. Have a Gonjo. Hate to see it. Some lands here. No, they changed it. They changed it back to historic. I know you're like, but I can't keep up. Fine. I don't understand how we're just playing blue-white control all day now. Make the move. Flame here. You just flash this in if needed. That's fine. I can blink this out of the way. So that just gets exiled now because of the interaction. So here they're basically boom or bust. Can't pay. I reprieve your reprieve. Alright. Stole that one. Let's pick the right deck this time. Naturally, I stop recording and we have a great game with the deck. Weird to see so much blue-white control. Like the non-flash version. Okay, so let me set this up again to properly record. Welcome back, folks. MTG Joe here. If you haven't heard the word, the qualifier this weekend is back to historic, which was slightly their pioneer for the weekend. Got everyone upset because it was supposed to be historic, which they incorrectly said was pioneer, that we corrected them. But in any case, we're here. There's going to be a bonus best of one play-in. There'll be a best of three. I'm testing out decks today to see if I want to play something other than auras. It's really just about testing out decks, seeing if there's something we can attack the meta with the anticipation of there being a lot of Sorin, Eldrazi, stuff like that. There's a blue-white Hate Bears land destruction style deck we went 3-3 with. Some promise, some you could only bounce their Ugin when it's exiling your stuff so many times. But we're going to play some stock energy today. Well, mostly stock. We got Voice of Victory, Headliner, some newer cards kind of finding their mix in. But proactive game plan, I want to try some of Johnny Piles. It's been a while. Containment Priest as the tech in the side. So we're going to jump into this and make sure we select the deck, because last time I did the intro, we chose the wrong deck. White aggro. We have yet to play against Sorin in 6 matches. We've played 3 blue-white control decks. Yes, 3 blue-white control. I don't know if everybody got to ferried on the weekend and they just want to slow things down, but we'll see how this one goes. See how it plays. All right. Playing 165. Oh my god, I forgot to switch the deck again. Did I not switch? Well, we're playing this one more time. I cannot get this correct today. Okay, 165 on birds. They officially have my interest. Do I want to trade? Probably not. Because I want to Skyclave, so let's just put a stop in upkeep. Probably Friday with the best 3. I was going to concede the game, but they have birds. I am interested. Burbs. How do I have to do this? I can blow up a land. Keep the land. So do this, blow up a land, play this. The problem is with the double ledger shredder, it's really gross. Because I'm going to lose my Felia. So I take this. Blink this. I needed him to not have a double spell that turn. Might have been right just to hit him off the Birds of Paradise, but Ledger Shredder put enough toughness in the way that made it rough. Play it out to see what they have in here, but this deck looks cool. This flips on their turn now. Just add a great hand to start with. I just want to see how many basics they're playing. One of each. We're probably dead. This flips, it becomes a bird, they get a land. And so they're playing the Vistas, so they're probably playing some number of basics here. I have some pretty decent blocks here. So if I block like this, that's 6, 10, 13. Do you want to take this off the battlefield? This does make any subsequent line drops really strong. Do this. We're probably dead anyways, but that takes them off a guaranteed landfall trigger. They just got a ton of basics. I can try to push some damage through, but I'm alive by 1. Right here. Probably should have held off. Problem is that gives them a flip. Now they get to flip these. So if I block, 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 that's 4. Block, block, block. So I gotta throw 1 in front of here. I can't double block there. Frustrating. Don't really have a catch-up in this deck. The flyers to kind of get me. Alright. Portable Hole seems good. Path to Exile. 1 card per turn. Let's play some Wandering Emperors. I don't think blowing up lands, but mind you, it's the first strike that seems kind of relevant here. Felia, probably trim some copies. We didn't see like Collected Company, so this could probably come out. Clarion's just a good flyer, which we probably want. I could probably trim on Esper Sentinel. Do I want Felias? Probably not. I don't think I'm pathing their turn 1 play. Like, temporary land drop versus that. We can cut them off at least 1 color. So here, since they're missing land drops, if we do that, like they can do that, I have Portable Hole for it. Would like to hit a land though. Okay, since they missed another land, we'll do this. Cut him off. I don't want a path here because it just gives them a land, and I'd rather they not have the land. Probably just countering whatever they play for the turn. Get another flyer going. Was hoping to hit a land, but Herbs. They've drawn triple Mockingbird off their Bird's Paradise draw. Oh my god, and they hit the Barts? Disgusting. What a luck sack. Like, you have the lands, you bait me. Like, that's the proper thing, I think, to counter, but... I could path... How they attack here. What a luck sack. That works really cool. They just get all the answers.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water. Remember your training.
Do this. Kill that, I think. Do it on their upkeep, maybe? I can kill this. Take some further off lands.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Try to push through some damage. I lost this. The Bart's turn that they just baited us out. I'm mostly playing because I want to see what's in their deck here. So it's like 4 of these, 4 of these. I think we're going to try opponent's deck. It looks fun. That being path, not fragments, terrible for us.
Oh, it's on.
Okay, we're dead. We're dead. Alright, let's play Chocobo. Just pulling in what we saw from their list. Let me see if I can find their full list. Okay, so building this deck. My assumption is 4 of these, 4 of these. let's say 4 of these, 4 of these, 2 of these. How many lands is this? Not nearly enough lands. I don't really want to craft these. We didn't see any disruption. Yeah, this deck looked really cool. I'm just trying to see like how to recreate it. My guess is we're on like full of these, full of these. Just one sec. They were on 20 lands. How else do we... Like, I don't think we're on Cocos. We can play like Valley Quest Caller. I don't think we want to be on Cocos. There's like Choco that we can play. There's Shredder. My question's like, how do you reliably beat Sorin Alenda? And like without removal, how do you beat Auras? My brain's not working right now to figure this one out. All right, we're set. We're gonna play. I don't know what the exact list is. I'm gonna have to try to dig around to try to find that one. Play some energy. Welcome back. Third time trying to record this intro and I keep playing the wrong deck, but we are playing ahead of the Historic Qualifier this weekend. It has been changed back from Pioneer, which was changed from Historic to Pioneer to Historic. It's Historic this weekend. There'll be a bonus play-in. We're going to be trying out some stock energy today. Notable updates are Voice of Victory and Stadium Headliner in the main, but let's try to do some Ajani Bombardment things. Never leave home without your Containment Priest in the side for the Sorin decks. But we'll try to go from there. We played a mysterious player in top 165 who was playing Bant Birds with Traveling Chocobos, and I couldn't figure out the deck list. So we are going to give this one a go. Thank you for the sub, Mentai. Naturally. Probably good enough. Oops, all fast lines. Oh, Amped Raptor here. We do have a decision to make. I have to kill him as fast as possible, so if I take him off this, I go Stadium Headliner. Next turn I could do Amped Raptor. That buys me a couple turns. This potentially could get me ahead earlier. I think we do this turn. Hope that they don't have Myco spawn. Risky. That's like the really good start for them. No Myco spawn one turn. No Myco spawn one turn. I said one turn. Do they just have like the nuts draw? So Feel the damage. Kill this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have Ugin, they have Ugin. I can't beat Ugin here. Their hand was just perfect. Kinda beat Neldrift. So you make a token. I think we just have to push damage here. We're not winning the long game, so just have to hope no Ugin. Buys us a couple turns. Blast Zone's annoying. Blast Zone could get them back their Null Drifter. Always have it. So Needle, Flute. I mean, they just had the ramp early, like I can't really do anything there. Galvanic could come out. I think we just run it like that, try to just run him down. When they can untap on turn 2 with 4 mana, and then they went and then got another land that made 2 mana. Faster. Alright. I think we're keeping, and it is going to be, I think, Esper Sentinel back. While this could provide card draw, I think I just want the power from Headliner. It deals more damage faster. We just can't play a long game with them. Accelerant. Chalice. Question here. Go Oscillates. Might be wrong, but we'll see. Cool. Just doing this. Next turn I could Amped Raptor. Amped Raptor's not... it'll be up on YouTube. We got beat by Bant Birds. Someone is in 165 with Bant Birds. It's too inconsistent, the deck. Lethal. Energy. Alright. They are dead. They're on Chalice. All my ways to interact with Chalice. I guess this technically could interact with Chalice. Follow-up question, do I care? Kind of. I mean, if they have it, they have it. I can't beat it. I think we just try, see what happens. Some of the games like that, like if they're gonna have the Chalice, they're gonna have it. That's their hate piece for us. We'll keep this hand. A little painful, but we have the Guide of Souls line. We're getting Chalice on one. Chalice me. Fucking hell. Love that for us. Literally, even if they just had a turn 2, we're fine. I mean, their hand's very slow otherwise, so hoping. Try to get City's Blessing as quick as possible. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you for the gift. Appreciate it. Because if we snuck this down, we would have been in such a good spot. For those wondering why I'm not casting any of my beautiful spells, they have a Chalice here that prevents me from, well, it counters my spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting Ugin. Yay. Decisions didn't matter. Drifter. Here I think now we might need to. Love this. Love that. Love when they Chalice 2 games in a row on one. I don't think like a Braid makes sense over like the other common removal. A Braid just doesn't scale well enough. It's very frustrating when you just get high rolled like that. Because they literally did, if they didn't have that on the turn 1, then we snowballed them really hard. Our hand was pretty solid otherwise, and then just kind of the unlucky half of drawing 5 1-drops afterwards. Not really, because I don't think they, like, second game or third game actually filtered. Hey, Seesaw. Very good player. Alright, well they're gonna hold it because they don't want us to see their deck because they're practicing. That doesn't count. They don't want to show us their deck. Might try like one other thing, we'll see. Probably just run this for now. I don't know about you, chat, but nothing in this historic format's jumped out to me. Seems like you could run away with some games, you get run over by some games, but there's very little back and forth. Okay, so Wizards is very good at communication, and they didn't proofread. But so over the weekend, it was supposed to be historic best of one on Saturday. Pioneer gets popped up instead. In the official Discord, they said it's going to be Pioneer. It'll be Pioneer best of three. A note will come out on Monday. Due to Monday, they say actually people were complaining, as justly so. People spent time, effort, a whole bunch of resources to play the format, and instead didn't get a chance to play it. So they said it will be historic best of one. Play-in will also occur. It's Jun Soren here. Love when they have all the discard. Fuck off. What is this? All our decisions mattered this game. Ready for triple discard into Soren Alenda in your top 9 cards? Because I am. There's the Alenda to go with the Soren they have in hand. Alright. So they didn't perfectly turn free me after the triple discard opener. Rumble. Terrible rumble. I like that. That quite a bit. Luris. I should have actually played Esper Sentinel first, just in case they had something. Bad sequencing on my part. Very unlikely with green color, or like red colorless. Most of their removal is black. As they played Emperor out there, they could have just waited a turn and held up the mana to protect it. Always. Forever.
Welcome to the family.
Probably take out Luris here. I'm gonna have to get Bombardment here. I could get rid of the token. we're just gonna go face anyways. I could control Elenda. Give me 1 sec. Let me just sideboard and I'll answer your question. We want Containment Priest, we want Needle, we want Stone, we want the Surgicals. Graven's interesting, but I don't think it's enough. I think Static Prison's just kind of bad. I'd rather Fragment. We want Instant Speed. 7 cards to cut. Oh, Stone of Eric shouldn't be in here. Surgical's okay. I don't love it. Probably Galvanic comes out. Fragment's just an easier, cleaner line. Turn on Ocelote's Pride. Honestly, Pride's probably just better than Voice of Victory. Listen to the deck better. Alright. Probably okay. Like, we got a lot of lands, but I think... Again. Good. Yes. Sorin's the boogeyman. It's the you need to be able to play around this. If you don't, you likely will lose. Very consistent in what it's doing. I think here we're gonna go with Johnny, because if I do this, they just blow it up, but if otherwise they Faith Feathers it, and then I'm okay. And then I have access to Fragment as well. So it's Sorin, which they always have. On curve, beautifully, never stressing a single thing. Auras is a strong deck. Blue-white flash. You have Ocelote's Pride. But I think we flip it. I get another. Problem is I'm not guaranteed. Oh, I'm so good at this game.
Hunt down the deceivers.
So that's what we wanted to do.
To me.
Because now I can kind of protect. But you can see here how, like, they're able to assemble quite the formidable kind of board state, where even though we high rolled, we had to take that gamble because I don't think enough was there. We have Fragment available as well. They're gonna Haywire Might here. Life. Push. Them having the push there too is pretty disgusting. Jarsel. Yikes.
Let fury ignite your heart!
I need to do this, I think. Darsel's just scary. Gotta hope to dodge here. Obviously need to hit some creatures. A good one. That is a good one. Not that good of a one.
To me!
Does buy me at least 2 blockers, so I can play around Fatal Push or something, so even if they go Charsel, not the end of the world. No! So lucky. I think we double block here. Just trading off has value. All my decks like 1 or 2 mana, so join together, brother.
To the hunt!
4-ball them.
My vengeance.
Should be enough. If I do this. Boom. Alright. Beat up Sorin. They triple thought seized me, but was not enough. We'll do one more game. See how this one plays out. We gotta find that Chocobo list. And it's pretty solid. I think I like leading on that just in case. We have Fragment, obviously like Guide. Black White with Cecil. Not the card I expected to see. So that's fine because it doesn't kill otherwise.
Nothing is more important than family.
Let's pass here. They're giving me vibes like they have Fatal Push, so. So interesting line here. I could obviously voice a victory that locks them out for the turn. I can do double spell with this. I think we voice a victory here. This forces them if they have something. I really hope they do. Sorin needs to go. It just homogenizes the games in terms of what you're able to play. Like, Wizards should be a playable deck, but the fact you can't is silly. Didn't see much out of them. I don't know if they're a Sorin pile or not, so we're going to board as though they're not Sorin. If they're on Cecil, I think we get rid of the Galvanics, just bring in more catch-all removal. Seeing their configuration of the deck, I'm probably just trimming a Voice and an Esper Sentinel. Ocelots might be tougher, but we'll see. It might be right to keep on the play the Galvanic, but Galvanic only dealing 2 and they showed double Cecil openers. I think the bans should be definitely be Sorin. It should be Light Pause. I say ban, nerf, whatever you want to do. Be Sorin, Light Pause. Maybe something out of the Flash deck, just to slow it down a bit. And then the 4-drop green Eldrazi that blows up lines. Or just give me Lightning Bolt. Like, why can't I play Lightning Bolt? They can turn 3, get like 8,000 power on the board. But I can't have a 1 mana deal 3 when they gain 4 life. Bronco, they're in Death Shadow.
Fight beside me, brother.
Doing this one since we have the second copy. They want to trade, we're good. And they have the Fatal Push face up, so I'm gonna do this. They're gonna Fatal Push my Johnny. We're gonna do this dance. So we'll attack in first. They're giving me the vibe like they have another. Yeah, like, Frog at least, it dies to most common removal. It forces you to interact, but it can kind of build out different archetypes. We called the push out of them. That's 2 pushes, so we should be able to sneak this Ajani down. Fragment whatever they play here. Probably should have waited. I'm very good at drawing nothing but Johnny's.
Where shall we hunt today?
This is how you play this deck. Draw nothing but a Johnny's.
There is no world where my quarry can more join our cause.
So we'll probably fragment this. They're going to be inclined to hit. I don't think they'll have necessarily an answer to Johnny, but even if they do, it's not the end of the world.
Who's watching our flank.
I want to see what they play. Their deck's not really known, so I want to kind of slow roll this if needed. It might be like Dark Confidant if they're on Caustic Bronco. Aya the Usurp.
Nothing phases me. That one actually got through.
They do that. In here, so it's like black-white mid-range out of them. I'm gonna do this now, just in case.
You beat me this time. Bravo.
I'm putting the damage into them anyways.
To the hunt.
I don't think I'm gonna flip this Ajani just yet. It's just more power for the time being. And then I can start just antheming on them. I want to keep a density of creatures out. We've drawn very well. You draw 3 Ajanis. Guy seems cool. I always like this Planeswalker. Now I think we do it. Keep the new one.
Until I find my brother's killer. Share in my vengeance. To me!
I think we're just Lurising to hand here. They want to discard it, it's fine, but that's gonna cost them life potentially. And buy back like Guide of Souls or something. They got the Peds. Take this out, I can attack in, and then just shoot them. There's enough ways to kind of skin them that way. We'll see Death Shadow. I always liked Death Shadow. Grixis Death Shadow and Timeless when it first came out was like the best deck. Loved that, playing that deck. Alright folks, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'll post these videos up on YouTube. You can find the deck list on my Untapped. As always, we'll be back throughout the week. Ahead of the weekend, I'll do best of 1 historic, best of 3 historic metagame guides. So you'll be prepared for this weekend's event, but hopefully you enjoyed. Got some details in terms of what was being played. Probably don't play that mono white deck unless you really want to, but I think energy is pretty strong. We kind of got punked by Chalice, but otherwise